Hello students, previous day we discussed first part of the Russian Revolution. Today we discuss the next what happened in Russia and how the revolution came into its climax condition. Here look the February revolution in Petrograd. Petrograd is one famous city in Russia, and in the month of February, revolution started. Here we look the one of the famous river Neva. It is situated in Russia, and this river has its importance in Russian history. At the time of the revolution, river Nevas, either side of the banks were residential places. On the left bank of the river Neva, it was Duma. Duma was the consultative body of the kings who used to give advice on the important matters. And the Winter Palace was also on the bank of river Neva, and this was on the left bank of the rivers, where buildings were fashionable, gorgeous, and very splendid. On the right bank of the river Neva, factories, mills, and residential places for the workers who works hard for the earning their livelihood used to live. We look here the official buildings, the Winter Palace and the Duma were so much grand and full of luxurious living styles. On the other side, right bank of this river were factory workers who were denied even basic needs. So on the month of February, one demonstration was held. This was started on February 22. On February 22, strikes began. And women also joined this strike. This is the main feature, a very important figure of the Russian Revolution. Women joined the strikers and demonstrators. So this day is called February 22, the International Women's Day. So in the Russian history, this day is memorable for the women who joined against the oppressive system and what was mismanagement and happening in Russia are not good. Again, we see that the Winter Palace was sieged, and here we look the condition worsened for the Tsar Nicholas II, and military commander advised him to abdicate the power. Sensing the real condition and danger, Tsar Nicholas II, he just abdicated his power, means he accepted himself that he was not going to be king, and he left, just descended from the throne. There are other and happening and that events are taking place. The three regiments of the government supporter of the Jar, they refused to fire on the demonstrators, and one high-rank officer was killed. So blood was also shed in this revolution, and the event which took place on February. By 25 February on the Sunday, here the government suspended the Duma. Duma was suspended by the government, and before Tsar Nicholas II did these things several times. Again he took this major step and he suspended Duma. So discontentment against the Tsar ran high in the French society. Again, here we see that in Russia, the revolution of October 1917. In 1917, revolution took place, and this revolution just started on October 24 October. Here we see the government supporters and the Lenin, who was the leader of the Bolshevik party. They came direct in front of one another, and the fight started. Government supporters, they want to protect the government building, especially Winter Palace, telegraph and telephone offices, and other things. On the other hand, the revolutionary, the Bolshevik party, they wanted to take over the government, and these things were just kept on, and ship Aurora was sent. This was one ship. It was sent, and this ship is very famous. Its name is Aurora, and it sailed the Winter Palace, residential place of Tsar Nicholas II. Sailed means bombarded, and the palace was damaged. One thing is more important here. After February 1917, Lenin was returned Russia. After his exile, he was sent to exile by the government, Tsar Nicholas II, and he returned. He returned in the month of February, and he tried to capture the power, and he made effort to influence the policy of the government and the happening of political events which were taking place in the Russia. After February, when he returned, he just spent 2 months in Russia, and again he gave the thesis. And there are 3 main points of his thesis, Lenin thesis, and he gave the thesis that from First World War, Russia must withdraw itself, because this war caused so much damage to the Russia, and its economy was going to slow down, and casualty were very high, because so many soldiers killed in the battlefield. So, and so many children orphaned, and women widowed, and there was a large amount of casualty and destruction. So So under the thesis, it is called April thesis of Lenin. This April thesis, three demands. Three demands were made by the Lenin. First, Russia must withdraw its army from the First World War, means fighting in the battlefield. Second, the land to be given to the peasant, means tillers, who produce food grain. Land belong to that persons, not the big and fat bought by the land owner who were living luxurious life and who were spending money without thinking mindlessly. So, and the most of the people in Russia were living very hard life. So, second part of this April thesis of Lenin was to property, especially land, the immovable property land should be given to the tillers who produce, the producers, means farmer and peasants. And third, the banks in Russia must be nationalized. Banks should be controlled under the government, not this private owners. This was done. Here, the revolution of October 1917, the government, provisional governments who were running the country are the supporter of the communist socialism. The fighting began, and here event was full when the government supporters they were just defeated, and this defeat was completed. This defeat was very solid, and first time we look that the principles who were given by the Karl Marx and his friend Engels, all the things what were described in the Das Kapital and the Communist Manifesto, it was now coming to be practical. And after revolution, what changed after the revolution? After the revolution of October 1917, so many things were changed in Russia. What changes were taking place? Private property was ended totally in from Russia, and the landholders and landowners, their lands and even buildings were seized by the Soviet party, and they were distributed among the peoples who have no in a place to live in, and who were not given land to produce the food grains. They were distributed or given to the people, means farmer and peasants. And in this way, Russia became a socialist country, and socialism took place in practical way in the Russia, first time in the world. Though socialism word is a very old word, and there have been so many definitions and so many socialist political thinkers who have given their opinions and principles about the socialist society in their own ways. But here on practical ground, once again in Russia, practically the theory Karl Marx, which was just described in a scientific way, and his scientific socialism was gaining its ground, and it was rooted deep in Russia. It was witnessed in the Russia after the Bolshevik Revolution, which is also called October Revolution, was succeeded fully. Last part of this chapter, we will discuss in the next part, part 3. Thanks.